Hey, so this is a prosperity reading or a financial reading. Wow. Very powerful reading that we have here. So the initial message that I'm getting so far is that it seems like opportunities have been taken from you, or you have missed opportunities in order to really, progress or move forward when it comes to your prosperity. Yeah, in the recent past, it's almost as if you've had to wait a very long time to make some sort of profit from a new venture. Even if you've started something, it seems like the results have taken so long to get to you. Or even it's like you've come up with this idea that you're going to make so much money, and then when it gets to you or when the venture begins, it's not really what you expected. It just wasn't what you thought it would be. And so that's your past, right? So right now we're in the Ace of Pentacles. So the first thing that I'm getting is that you're waiting. You're like, what's taking so long? Like, why is this such a long process? So you're right. There is some sort of delay. I do feel like it's a delay in receiving the actual money or the payment or the raise or the opportunity. There's something that is delaying it. It could be something spiritual that's happening within, or something that's happening in the present. It could be a person. It could be something physical, like even mail, just stopping your money or your opportunity from getting to you. And I do see that for you. There is a sense of you being very kind of jaded about missing an opportunity. So again, we're going to see what that is, because that's what's happening right now. So in the beginning, it was almost as if you were just not getting what you thought you were going to get. Now it's like, okay, I'm not getting anything. Why is there so much stagnation? And so we also have this death energy in reverse here. And so I feel like there's something that has been lingering over you for quite some time when it comes to your progress with finances or just prosperity in general. So when I see this, right, this death in reverse is letting me know that there is a few things that could be happening. So one of the first things that usually is the case when it comes to the death being in reverse, when it comes to prosperity, it means that you're not changing something that needs to be changed. So it's almost as if you have this plant, right, and you're trying to grow the plant, but you're not changing the soil. And so it can only grow so strong. It can only grow so high. Eventually it's going to start it won't be healthy. It's just there. It's not really growing. It's not it could even be growing things that it doesn't need to grow, like fungi or bacteria or mold, because you're not changing the soil. Do you see what I'm saying? And so when it comes to your prosperity, and when it's coming to this event of money or career, even for some of you, it's not changing simply because you're not taking a chance on something new. For some of you, it could be a fear that you have. You need to change it, but you're not ready to. You feel like it won't work, or you want to do what's been working. But I feel like what God is wanting you to see is that it's not just that you could be surviving, you could be thriving. Do you see what I'm saying? You could be having more than you're used to, instead of just being okay with what you're used to. And I feel like that's what's causing you to feel like things aren't happening, but it's because this isn't supposed to be happening anymore. There's something that's supposed to be different, changed, whether it's your interaction with it, whether it's your time, how much time you spend in it, a new investment, less investment. Maybe you need to take yourself away from some of the things that you've been investing in, so that you can start paying attention to the new that's been waiting here for you. Remember, death is just a doorway to the next phase. And I feel like you're stuck in this phase where it's like, it's time for something new. This is your sign. It's time for something new. If you want that progress, if you want these opportunities to start to make sense, you gotta go towards something new. It's not a coincidence that you have two aces here, which means that there's an opportunity, there's a start, but it's all on you. It's all on you. You are the person that makes this change, not anyone else. And so you're wondering why there's stagnation, but it's because you're not doing something. For some of you, it could be something physical, like someone is trying to stop you from something, or someone's not giving you the A-OK or the green light, but that's not what it is for majority. Majority of you, it's you're not doing something to change the trajectory of what you need to be changing in your life right now. Also, a lot of you are not seeing the progression because you're still doing things that are irresponsible with the things that you have now. So you're not able to take hold of what you have now and understand how to delegate it appropriately. Maybe you're not saving enough money. Maybe you're spending it on things that are not important or good for your journey. It could be a multitude of things that you're doing irresponsibly with the things that you have now. And so God is holding a lot of your blessings from you because you're not ready. But as long as you get on this path to changing some things, what soil needs to be uprooted in exchange for new soil? How can you thrive instead of just surviving? What are you doing that's taking you so long to get crumbs when really you could be getting pounds and pounds of abundance? I hope that makes sense. What soil needs to be overturned in your life right now? What things are you just sitting and watching it rot instead of switching it, changing it, and investing time and energy? Even if it's new, even if it starts a new journey for you, what is that pot that you need to restart? What is that plant that you need to refurbish? What is that plant that needs to be replanted, resoiled? I don't know if that's what it's called. Something needs to change. Something needs to be turned. I'm seeing something being like stirred up or just disrupted. Something needs to be disrupted in your life. And it's time for you to do that, to see the blessings that are here. They've been here. Rebirth is here. Like, even if it's something that you're supposed to keep working on, it needs to be reinvented. It needs to be like a brand new opening, like just a whole new management. You know what I'm saying? Like, something needs to be overturned so that you can really receive the blessings that are sitting here waiting. You've even had a glimpse of it. You've tasted it. You've touched it before. But it's almost like you can't grasp it for yourself. It's just dangling over your head. And it's time for you to really take charge of your life, so that you can really start to see these blessings. It's time to acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged, and then take the opportunities that are there when they present themselves. I hope that this message finds you at a time where you need these answers, where you've been asking for the sign. And I trust that this message is going to sit with you in a different way and kind of plant a seed for you to really grow with. Truthfully, because the blessings are here. They always will be. But it's about what are we going to do when we receive those messages, when we receive those signs, when we receive those opportunities, even if it seems like a risk. If you were given the opportunity to take that risk, would you take it? And if the answer is no, maybe that's why you're not exceeding or progressing or moving forward or living an abundant life. It's time for you to take a step forward, and it's time for you to change some things and be okay with that change. Change does not mean failure. Change means you're making strategic movements forward.